EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Well, here we are at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the Sunshine State, Florida. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what stands out when you look at the wetlands?
The swampland, the gators, really it's a good driving golf course, Rich. Not a lot of fairway bunkers in play here at Wetlands, but if you drive the ball well here, you really can get a good score out here at Wetlands. They play the web.com here every now and again, so we've seen some good scores over the years, but always fun to be playing in Florida. Sun on your back, warm golf conditions.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Second shot, good look at the green. Frank, through the years, we have seen countless
what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right, and at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Birdie try up next. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's a birdie, and that's a good position from which to make a weekend move, comfortably inside the cut line, still with plenty of time left in this tournament. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball. Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
That, Frank, is position A.
Wouldn't you like to have that in your bag every day?
Love it.
Second shot.
On the green in regulation.
Just a little tap in here. Birdie sends her to 1 under on the leaderboard.
Let's go down now to hole number 13. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, just been holding steady all day long, Frank.
A solid round of golf. 4 of these will certainly bode well come the end of the week. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Chance to get it close here. This is a good-looking shot. That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. 14th hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green. maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Clean this up with a tap. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands, 590 yards. Seeking missile right there. Wow. Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Now the second shot to the par 5. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company.
That's the end of round 1, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Pretty good swing right there.
It was. I just love the turn there. Nice full backswing. Didn't sort of rush. All the energy at the right point, which was impact. That was a very good golf swing.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards. I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. Well played here, went straight for the flagstick, and she will have a nice putt coming up. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one. Even par, apparently.
So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. Eighth hole here at the Wetlands, par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. Green gets a little narrower as it gets deeper, but flat and, well, I wouldn't say easy. 3 here, not too bad. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Solid play, heart of the green. They'll take it. That's a par. Finishing up the front side here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club with a par 5, 620.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Second from an excellent lie. Far left of the flagstick here. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. What a beautiful roll right there. Dead center. Frank, looking at this par 5 ninth hole, it's 621 yards. I need to make birdie here. What's the best way to go about it?
Well, if you're a long hitter, then there's a chance you can reach this par 5 and 2, Rich. But really the best way to make birdie here, good tee shot, and then contemplate the layup. In between the first two bunkers, there's a nice section of fairway, and that's not going to leave you much in for that third shot to a green that's very receptive. So really, birdie can be made the hard way, wedge and a putt.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
All right, hold on here a second. She is winding up for a big one. She wants to smash it as far as she can hit it.
That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Wow, Frank, that was an absolute bomb right there.
Yeah, what's longer than long? Because we just saw it.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Settles in over the putt. Frank, tie atop the leaderboard now.
I think it's certainly starting to get everybody captivated.
That was a nice birdie.
EA Sports, with a PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Third shot, looking for a good one. Love it, Frank. Most guys at this point with the pressure really ratchet it up. Are happy to walk away with a par. That's an eagle right there. Strong par 5 to start, followed by a good par 3. The second hole is 225 yards.
Two bunkers, Rich, when you look at this par 3. In between is a nice corridor. And that's really the line that you want to be looking at going at this par 3. Just thread the gap, and you should safely find the green.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Bang! Has it. The third hole here at the Wetlands is a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, it appears to be a pretty straightforward tee shot.
It is, and actually, Rich, when I was watching the web.com event here, this is where I saw those young talented players really take advantage of a hole like this. Just ramrod straight. They teed it up and just ripped it down there, and these are the sort of holes they can often make 3 on. Bunkers sort of short, left and right. Plenty of green to work with. Nice high-flying second shot will be well rewarded here.
Now from 160. Frank, that's a quality shot.
Yeah, 16 feet or so away. Very makeable. How did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Could use this. A putt for par. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Par 3 fourth, 250 yards, and you tee off just in front of the swamp, so golf cart's not going to get you to the green here, is it, Frank?
No, it might need an airboat to go across that.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Birdie try up next.
It's at sneaky distance.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just a couple of feet. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Now to the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really, just played good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart, very smart decision making as well.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. About 80 yards left, Frank. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Second shot, good look at the green. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Good effort and a good par putt. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
But that is a heat-seeking missile. Look out. 325 yards and in the fairway. Had the club face open just a bit at impact, and that one moves considerably to the right of the flagstick. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. This is an 11-foot putt. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. 16th hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot. This one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
It's 125 yards away, and the wind is coming in from behind. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
See if she can put a birdie on the card here.
Sneaks that in. We're now tied.
17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3, and that'll find the nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Really. This is an awkward length. Never looked like missing.
Par 3 17th, Frank, it's 238 yards.
There's still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of...
I love this. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Chance to get it close here. Well, Frank, these winds have not at all subsided. Still a challenge.
Yeah, but the same for everybody, and that's where you've just got to adjust your own mental par. Golf course was going to be difficult when you teed off. It's certainly no different now.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Count that. That's a birdie. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory.